Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Insidious Chapter 3, starring Dermot Mulroney, Stephanie Scott, Lynn Shay, Lee Winnell, and Angus Sampson, and directed by Lee Winnell. Now, I remember seeing this in theaters, and when I walked out of the theater, I'll explain at the end of the show. Let's just get started. This movie starts off a few years before the Lambert story. We first meet Quinn, played by Stephanie Scott, going up to Elise's door, who's played by Lynn Shay, to ask to see her talk to her long-lost mother, named Lily, who had cancer and died 1.5 years ago, once this movie starts. And I do like the scene between these two. I think it's a nice scene before we get to anything scary or funny to me for the teenagers. Quinn's father, played by Dermot Mulroney, and her brother Alex are the two characters I feel like I didn't care for, because Alex doesn't do much in this movie, and the father's acting is really bad in this movie. Lee Winnell can't even direct good actors in general, and can't make it look good. That's just my opinion, by the way. Quinn gets hit by a car who's either drunk or texting on his cell phone, or her cell phone, whoever this person is, and that moment did scare the crap out of me. That was a pretty well done jump scare for a movie that's not scary. This may be the only jump scare throughout the series that I've gotten so far. Elise decides to help Quinn by talking to Lily, and she goes down to her basement where she usually works and finds a demon there, and that didn't scare me at all. It just made me laugh throughout. A lady-looking demon flips Quinn out of her bed while she's crippled, and damages her neck. And I thought, damn, those demons are pure evil. Like me. Quinn says she saw the demon, and the father says, I believe you. And I thought, no, you don't. Your parents are on fire, fool. So that didn't make it very believable for me. The father visits Elise after Quinn seeing the same demon almost killed her. It was a very convenient way to get the plot moving, because this movie plot has been very slow so far. Elise goes into the further and sees the demon's victims caged up, and suddenly Elise goes into a room and sees the demon who will kill her at the end of the first film, killing her into the further world. Now, after seeing the first one recently, I knew that what was going to happen after the first one. Specs and Tucker, played by Lee Winnell and Angus Sampson, are ghost hunters on a web series. Again, are way too funny in this movie, despite the director being in this movie playing Specs. Quinn as a demon breaks her neck cast as well as her leg casts. I was like, Jesus, that's gotta hurt like really bad. And she's walking on both of her legs. I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna damage her chicken legs to death. Elise goes into the further and fights the demon that kills her in the first Insidious movie, and sees her dead husband portrayed by a demon, is anybody falling for this? Because I'm not. She cuts the demon's face and fights off against the demon, and of course she wins and gets Quinn back to the real world, and after those events she hires both Specs and Tucker, and the movie ends with her doggy spawning the freaking Darth Maul look-alike. And I'm like, why the hell is he in this movie? Well, I mean, it is a prequel, so I'm not going to fault the movie for that reason alone. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 4.6 out of 10. This is better than Chapter 2, but unfortunately it isn't saying much. There were some things I liked in the movie, but it doesn't save this movie. It was, again, too funny for a horror series, and that's never a good thing. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for Insidious Chapter 3, and next week I will be back with Insidious, The Last Key. And before I say goodbye, thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe, watch some more videos, and please leave a positive comment in the bottom. And until next time, he's got your baby. He's got your baby.